Clare State 3-1. And then, as we mentioned, back on the 23rd, defeated Dickinson. Meanwhile, if you're looking at the lineup here for Swarthmore, they won at Widener and at Susquehanna, then lost here to Roman, then defeated Stevens Tech in a shutout, went to Moravian, shut out them 2-0, then lost back-to-back 3-1 to Cabrini, and, of course, always played Johns Hopkins tough, lost that one 1-0. Center pass underway, started by the white of Muhlenberg. They will be defending the goal to our right, and they will come right in front of us as the pass stolen away. Good drop-off right there by Finley. Little help needed, foul called, and they're going to get a foul there with the stick, I believe, on Callie Cho. So a free hit coming up for Muhlenberg. To the outside they come, it's Aaron Jackson. And then her pass mishandled. So the restart here for Amanda Rossler. Sends it in, but right to a Mule. And then the Mules give her right back in midfield. So trying to find their footing, both teams here early on. They'll try the other side of the field as Sophia Hitchingham sends it across there. Ball loose, picked up, no whistle, played on, passed down that left alley. And with it there is Deborah Kim. Kim, with some help, gets into the circle, swept away. Nice play there by Muhlenberg. Back in the circle it comes, pass across, caught in feet, play allowed to continue. And now a corner will be called on the advancing foul against Muhlenberg. Good job by Paige Goldberg there initially, getting her 8th start. Local product out of Media, PA. Pencrest High School, played for the Lions. And so we will get our first penalty corner of the contest. And inserting it will be Grace Fuselier, sophomore out of Denver, Colorado. 15-minute quarters. Clock is stopped to allow the defense to put on any protective gear. Official restart with a whistle. 13:33 to go. Pass up to the top very slowly. Holding, now driving from the circle. That one kicked away. First save of the game by Grace Laird. Grace Laird out of Allentown, New Jersey. Allentown High School. Obstruction call that time against Grace Twitchell, the senior from Glen Ridge, New Jersey. Speaking of New Jersey. And the restart coming up here for Nicole Randazza. We'll make it a Jersey threesome. Randazza out of Clark, New Jersey. Arthur Johnson High School with her 8th start of the year. A lot of stick fouls here early on by both sides, but primarily by Swarthmore. And the self-start again by Randazza. Sent across the middle. Deflected up in the air initially by Goldberg. Controlled, however, over to Campbell, Martina Campbell. Trying to fight her way through 3 different mules. Has to pass it back. And Kim will knock it over to the side, get some help. Good defense. Michaela DiMichelle over there, Maple Glen, New Jersey. Upper Dublin High School. A year ago, or was it 2? It seems like time flies so much. When that major storm, those tornadoes came through Montgomery and Bucks County. One of the hardest hit areas was the Upper Dublin School District. Maple Glen, Dublin. That area could have been decimated. A lot of damage. Trees down, businesses, houses. The school took heavy, heavy damage. In fact, they still haven't quite finished repairing the roof. They barely got lights up on the football field to allow the Flying Cardinals to play games at night. But slowly Upper Dublin getting back. Mules now with a push here. Aaron Jackson inside the 25, stuck in a little corner there. We'll send it down the alley, and no one there except the official. And she's out of eligibility, I think, so she can't play it. So it'll be a free hit coming up here for for Swarthmore. But it's stolen by Muhlenberg. Down that right alley again. Muhlenberg now with an offensive push. Heading for the scoring circle, trying to draw a corner of their own, but losing it instead will be the Mules as it goes off the stick of Aaron DeSandro. A lot of Jersey players on this Muhlenberg squad. She is too, Mount Laurel. Little spinorama right there by Twitchell. Twitchell got to a teammate, and then the quick restart, but they're saying the foul, however, was on Kim of Swarthmore. So the restart coming here for Taylor Canfield and Muhlenberg. Coming up on 5 minutes gone by here in a scoreless first. One good opportunity so far. It went by way of the Garnet. And a good right pad save by Grace Laird. Has this game still scoreless. Pass makes its way up to Campbell. Campbell trying to get in the circle. Shot. That went off the leg. It looked like a leg, at least from here. Official thinks otherwise. She's in a better position than I am of Muhlenberg, so Swarthmore has to come back out and play it. Stuck on that right side is Jackie Crowley. Crowley in a dogfight over there, and it's one away by Muhlenberg. Great individual work right there by DeSandro to get it away and bring it up the line. And now we'll get a foul, as getting fouled was Abba Diglio. 3 game-winning goals for the freshman out of Whippany, New Jersey. And I will correct myself. She was involved in the foul. They're going to give the foul in favor here of Swarthmore. Quick push down the alley. Just goes out of play. Good thought there by Amanda Rossler. And then a misfire on the pass there by Muhlenberg. Not very solid there by Canfield, but apparently they're going to say it's deflected out by Swarthmore. So quickly the other way, here comes DeSandro. DeSandro, the feed in the middle, trying to pass it on was Holson. Holson finds a teammate, it's swiped away. Trouble right in front of Cassandra Conklin, and the defense clears the front porch. Mules here showing some pressure. Sophia Hitchingham able to play some defense from her midfield spot. Drops into the corner, flipped up, knocked down and controlled here. Aaron Jackson will get it. Jackson got it to DeSandro. DeSandro's pass knocked down. Jackson gets it back. Jackson pushing it to the center, looking for a worse corner. She's going to get it. And right below me, the cheers of the Muhlenberg faithful. So Muhlenberg here with their first opportunity to get some offense on the penalty corner. The insert coming from Katie Rabb. Rabb, the junior, up to the top of the castle. Pushed along. Never got in on Cage. Swept away out of the circle. Corner is over. And then another job. Nice job knocking it away. And the ball will stay, however, with Muhlenberg. I believe that was Twitchell with the good defense there in the circle. Devin Eastlack sends it into the top of the circle. And Muhlenberg fouls. So Muhlenberg putting on some offensive pressure here. Swarthmore has been able to push back a little bit, as we'll get a substitution in as coming back in. This one for Sophia Hitchingham will be Deborah Kim for Swarthmore. Pass up the right alley. That one misfired and giving it right back, Randazza. And trying to keep it in, couldn't do it, was Jackie Crowley. So the restart here by Randazza. Straight up the middle, uncontested. And then getting fouled just outside the circle. Good run right there. I believe that was Catherine Cohn. Quick restart, Callie Cho. Cho had it stolen, tried to get it back, fouled in doing so. Good defense there by DeSandro, who's creating some havoc here from her midfield spot. Jackson with a dodge. Pass went wild, though. And then the attempted pass to the other side. That one stolen away by DiMichele. Abadiglio. Call for the violation. The quick restart here for Swarthmore. For anybody new to this sport, as you can see, they don't waste a whole lot of time. There's not a lot of, there can be some non-flow, if you will. A lot of whistles, but new rules in place the last few years. They keep this game moving. Brooke Finley with the dodge gets it into the circle. Corner has been assessed, and it will be. Advantage was given on the move there to Deborah Kim, but she couldn't get a good offensive look at it. And so the official right away said, all right, we're going to give you a corner. Isabel Aslanian, sophomore forward from Edgemont, New York, number 1, waiting to check in. Can't come in until this ball is inserted. No subs allowed in until the corner starts. And it looks like inserting will be Fuselier. Top of the circle. Across, winding, firing. Kick save right there by Laird. Clears the circle after a pretty good rip by Cho. And now another corner is just inside the circle. Getting the foul call, Greta Marchildon, the Boydenham, Maine product, a freshman. Caught for the foul. So a third corner opportunity here. They've gotten 2 shots off of corners. Both have been turned aside. Fuselier. Cho. Passes across. Trying to hold the drive. Caught stick. Still loose. And a stick foul here called against Swarthmore. So 0-3 after the Crowley shot was blocked. Goes Swarthmore on corners. Swarthmore has been out cornering teams 80-54 coming in. Muhlenberg, that's a weak spot for them. They've been getting out cornered by 14. As this pass will go all the way untouched over the end line. 16-yard free hit coming out here for Muhlenberg. Swarthmore won the last matchup between these schools. It was at Muhlenberg. A second period goal providing the difference in a 1-0 win. Swarthmore has won the last 2 games in this rivalry, if you will. Overall, over the last 38 meetings, it is almost dead even. 20-18 in favor of Muhlenberg. Right now, Swarthmore would like to try to inch that 1 game closer. Pass across. This could be dangerous. As misplaying at a break there for Swarthmore's overrunning it was Eastlack. If you're going to go across field, you've got to really get into it. Because if that just kind of rolls out there, it gives the defense an opportunity to jump up and take it on the fly the other way. That almost happened there, but Devin Eastlack just overran it and ran into a Swarthmore player. Dodge, outside, shot, bounced up on the stick. Rebound comes out, and a 16 coming out here again. A free hit for Muhlenberg, and a tough break there. That looked like an 8. I always get the 8s and the 9s confused here off these uniforms. I think that was Emma Duffield that had it hop up on her. Looking to drive in a wild stick swing there by Swarthmore. Got to control the stick. And it was number 8, Emma Duffield, the freshman out of Milton, Delaware. She's listed as a defensive player, but she was up there on the offense. And now Sophia Hitchingham will come in her stead. Foul called on Swarthmore. Field hockey can be a lot like ice hockey. There can be a lot of action, but not a lot of scoring, and that's what we got so far. Swarthmore has had the majority of the action in their offensive end. Is that one a raised ball right at Randazza, so that was a dangerous play. Mules will get the restart here. So far, this is a win for Muhlenberg. This is the quarter they get burned on. They've been outscored 4-1 this year in the first quarter. Everything else, except overtime, they've been equal or better. Dodge there, play allowed to go on. DeSandro couldn't keep it. Kept in play on the sideline, but Randazza gets the loose pass. And Randazza caught for the foul. Has to get out of the way, does. And trying to sprint up midfield, the other number 10 in Martina Campbell. Her pass slowed down, kept in by Twitchell. Twitchell drives it into the circle, trying to get to it. A good effort there by Hitchingham, the Falcon out of Pennsbury High School. Couldn't quite get it as we're 90 seconds away from the end of the first. Pass smothered, ends up in the feet of Randazza. It'll go over to Twitchell and Swarthmore. And a foul called here. Thought they might have had a corner, but play continues. Out to the circle, hustling after it will be Finley. Finley sends it in towards Cage, trying to push it on. Cleared out from behind the keeper. Leard was there. It snuck in behind her. Wasn't quite sure who got it, but the defense had her back there. Tough break for Swarthmore. Good defensive play by the back line by the Mules. And now they're trying to turn defense into offense here in the final minute. Pushed up once, twice. Not touched, though, on the far side by Swarthmore. And the restart upcoming here. And it'll start with an aerial. Not getting all of that one, though. Fuselier. Chance here for the Mules. Passing it down that right wing and through the alley and over the sideline. Swarthmore does have to play it. Don't have to rush. They got to be careful here in the final 15, deep in their own territory. Holding it, driving it. Stolen by Muhlenberg. Fighting for it on that far side, Aslanian. And it won't matter the foul as the horn will sound. And we are through one here at Clothier Field on the campus of Swarthmore University. Swarthmore leaned most of the play their way. Muhlenberg had their shots. Again, Muhlenberg outscored 4-1 this season in the first. Well, this is a win for them. Meanwhile, Swarthmore has not given up a goal in the first quarter, and it stays that way. Through one here in Centennial. Conference action. No score. Muhlenberg and the Garnet of Swarthmore. Back in a moment. Quarter number 2 right here on the Garnet Sports Network. Glad you've decided to spend your Wednesday evening with us here on the Garnet Sports Network. Daryl Dobis back with you here. Quarter number 2 and a scoreless tie between Muhlenberg and the Garnet of Swarthmore. A quick look across the Centennial Conference. We'll look at field hockey first. The men of Swarthmore, by the way, a 1-0 winner just prior to this contest here in men's soccer. First half goal providing the difference. But in field hockey, Johns Hopkins, what can you say? They're good. 6th-ranked team in the nation. No problem with Dickinson on the road. 5-0 earlier today. Franklin and Marshall, a 3-1 win at the Bullets of Gettysburg. Bryn Mawr, a 1-0 win over Haverford, a pair of 1-0 conference record teams in that one. Bryn Mawr gets the victory on the road. The only road team not to win out of that 4, McDaniel. They fall at Washington College. So Washington College picks up its first win of the season in conference. And actually, I take that back. First period, they have it here, 2-0 Washington College on top of McDaniel. So that game actually going on right now. Messiah and Ursina, second period. That is tied at 1. That's a non-league contest. And, of course, this one scoreless after 1. A foul called here on the start of the second quarter against Muhlenberg. Officially 2 saves for Grace Leard in that first quarter. Defense has not allowed a shot to come in on Cassandra Conklin. Flipped on by Jackson. Into the circle, tipped away, and out as it just got away from the stick of DeSandro. Good stick work and a good sprint right up the field. Untouched Finley. Finley trying to turn a 3-on-2, but her pass not quite that strong to Kim. She has to go back to get it. She gets defended by Marchildon. And then the pass stolen away here. Might have wanted to carry that. Easy to say up here, obviously. Finley might have wanted to carry that a little farther. Driven towards the circle. Stopped before it gets there. Cleared out by Taylor Canfield. Swarthmore gets it back. Right into the center. This is Finley. Finley trying to turn around and shoot it. Had it knocked away. Referee looking for a foul. Nothing there. Play allowed to continue. Tipped around. Good step up right there by Twitchell. Twitchell was on the backhand to the forehand. Check it. That's Cho. Cho sends it into the circle. And now a corner will be called after it hits off the body of a mule. I believe it was Canfield. So the fourth corner coming up, first of the quarter here for the Garnet. And again, that's one kind of weak spot here for the Mules. They give up more corners than they get. Meanwhile, Swarthmore, again, now 84 corners on the season. Coming just left of the circle, driven low, trickles in, shot! And now a stroke is going to be called. The initial save made by Leard, however, I believe stopping it with her body, not necessarily intentionally, Marchildon hit her with an opportunity for it to go in the cage behind the goalie, and that leads to a stroke. Off the bat, shot, score! And if I caught the number, I believe that was Martina Campbell. And if it is, that's her third of the season. So at 12:38, the Garnet strike first. We'll get the announcement here in a moment.
Swarthmore goal scored by number 10, Martina Campbell.
Meanwhile, as it usually does, play continues. Swarthmore pushing up, and now a little trouble here for the Garnet, for the Mules. Both teams, like we said, offensively challenged a little bit. But Muhlenberg's going to have to find a way to get something past this stingy defense that has allowed, again, 7 goals in 7 games. And just one recently to one of the most powerful teams in the nation in Johns Hopkins. Just 2 to another one in Rowan, so 2 of the best in the nation. 3 goals combined. That is defense to be proud of there for Coach Hannah Harris. Her 5th year here. Pass slowed up. Muhlenberg trying to get it. Stealing it away is Campbell. Campbell, 3-on-2 if they hurry. Down the right side, trying to control it is Finley. Bounced up off her stick, but she'll smother the attempted clear there by the Mules. The turnaround, that one stolen away, sent up to midfield. With it right there will be DeSandro. DeSandro getting around Rossler. DeSandro pushing it up. And the foul called, it'll be a stick foul. Trying to reach back to get that one was Diglio. DeSandro off the steal, trying to send it to Diglio. Diglio in the circle, pushing, shot, knocked away, cleared out from the right post. Fans yelling for a corner. It's outside the circle. They're not going to get one. And then a foul here will be called. It'll be a stick foul on Muhlenberg. So crisis avoided there that time. With 10 minutes to go here till halftime. And some contact there. Play continues, and they're going to say it went over the sideline off of a Muhlenberg stick. So break there for the Garnet. The restart by Amanda Rossler, junior out of Brookfield, Massachusetts. Cho wearing the captain's band on that left calf. It's a pass sent up the left alley. Trying to pass it off the body of Muhlenberg. Restart back to Cho right on that big S right in the middle of the field. As Swarthmore looks to reverse field. It's that pass a little too long, not strong enough. Stolen away by Jackson. Jackson with a nice dodge. Breaks the ankles right there of Amanda Rossler. Trying to get around Cho. Still with it is Jackson. Finally picked up on that far side and knocked off her stick. And it'll be a side out here for Muhlenberg. Good defense over there by Quinn Basewitz, senior out of Collinswood, New Jersey. Obstruction foul there on Cho. Restart, driven. And they're going to say again that right off Cho. The restart comes into the circle, and before the shot on goal, a foul goes against Muhlenberg. DeSandro fouling before she maintained control and ripped it by Conklin. Another crisis averted for Swarthmore. That's their second. And now they will push it. No numbers now. They'll come across. Hitchingham drops it off. Cho across. Good pass to Crowley. Crowley tries to send it into the circle around Eastlack. And ends up drawing a foul. Ball has to go 5. It does. Trying to drive it in is Amelia Landry. Landry didn't kind of healed that one. Didn't get all of it. Clearing, but not out of the 25. Is Muhlenberg. And a great dodge right there by Cho. And Cho will draw the foul. What a great individual effort by Cho. Little flip dodge. Little stick move. Got Goldberg to foul. And now another corner opportunity here with 7:50 to go till halftime. One goal on the board. That is courtesy of number 10, Martina Campbell, coming on a penalty stroke. To the top of the circle. Cho across, driving. Caught more turf than ball. Ball still in possession of Swarthmore. Cho with it. Sending it across. Knocked down. Not cleared out. Trying to get rid of is Muhlenberg. They cannot get it outside the area. Chipping at it. Wild swing. Play continues. Cho gets it across finally. DeSandro gets it out of harm's way, but not in possession of the Mules. Now finally it is. Up the right side. Into a double team, trying to pass it to herself. It'll be picked up and then sent out of the way by the Garnet. Good run over there by the freshman Diglio. Looks like Diglio is going to come out for a sub as Lannion coming in her place. And Diglio looks winded. Hands on hips, just trying to catch her breath. Meanwhile, pass stolen by Jackson. Jackson gets away from Crowley. Didn't get all of her pass stolen away, but it was thrown behind Elizabeth Zach out of Sewickley, PA, out there in the Pittsburgh area. And up the sideline, that will go over. And it looks like the official is giving it to Swarthmore, so apparently Muhlenberg touched it before it went out of play. Good steal on the near side. Jackson. Jackson can send it up if she wants. Doesn't have a clean look. Finally does. Has it knocked away from her stick. Good clean reach from behind right there by Swarthmore to knock it away, and then they'll draw the foul. It's a good play. I believe that was by number 5, and it is Amelia Landry. Made the tackle from behind without fouling. As it's stolen by Kim at midfield. Passing it up in the feet of Finley. She couldn't quite handle it. Excuse me, I am so used to seeing Finley. That is Sophia Hitchingham over there. Eyes are getting old, folks. Brooke Finley, though, has been the one that has been racing down the middle most of the time here. As up the sideline, goes off the foot of Eastlack. Restart by Twitchell. Finds a good space to find Cho. Tipped on to Kim. Foul just outside the circle. Hit off the body of a mule. 4:44 to go. Restart here. You got to carry at 5. Looking for somewhere to go. Finally getting free. Cho. Again, great stick work. Pass to the center. Popped up in the air. Popped up, however, in a crowd by Swarthmore. Dangerous play will go against the Garnet. By the way, that penalty stroke, the 4th one of the season for Swarthmore. First one taken by Campbell. They are 4 for 4 on penalty strokes. Loose ball in the circle, swept away. Smart play. Can't throw it over the end line deliberately, but you can throw it over the sideline. And a smart defensive play there by the junior Nicole Randazza. Pass tipped high. Played down. Kim into the circle. Passing across. I don't know if she was ready for it. Was Zach. Sticks collide. And the foul called against Swarthmore. They're going to get Twitchell. 3:15 to go. Again, as always, clock running. Eastlack tried to get it up. Over the sideline off of her. Quick restart here by Rossler. Sometimes play starts so fast. Some teams think the foul is on the opponent when they find out later it's on them. Everyone just hears a whistle and goes. Maybe the one negative about the self-start, the quick restarts. But the teams have adjusted over the years. Makes it real nice on the obvious ones. It's a good dodge right there by Jackson. Lost it. Having her back, though, was Katie Rabb. Up the right side. Trying to sprint down that alley. Into the circle. Cho able to sweep it away. Sent up the sideline, popped up. Official initially ruling in favor of the Mules as it popped up right into the body of Finley. But now they're saying it was deflected by the Mules. So Swarthmore with the restart. Good aerial. Misplayed, though. Foul against Swarthmore. Under 2 to go. Pressure being shown here. Fuselier. Able to draw the foul and get the free hit from 16. Now killing a little bit of time. She'll go back in front of her keeper, Conklin. Aerial. Well done. Misplayed, though, by Muhlenberg. Back on the run. Here we go. Finley. Finley gets free. 1-on-none. Lost it. Then stolen away by Finley again. Into the circle. Tipped. Shot. Knocked away. Rebound saved as well by Laird. Should have been a 1-on-none. It got mishandled by Finley. Ends up turning into 2 great saves by Grace Laird. Laird breathing a sigh of relief there. Thought she'd have to face a one-timer right there with a big drive coming from Finley, but when she went to take the shot, lost it off her stick. Pass in the circle, loose again. Swept away by Becca Bloomer. Check it, that is Taylor Canfield, number 6, not number 5. And on the restart, Swarthmore losing it. 35 seconds left. A 2-on-4 right now, trying to hustle out in front is DeSandro. DeSandro on the give and go gets it. Help coming off of her left side. Swarthmore defense collapsing. And turning it away with a nice play. And out of trouble down the right side. Drive there. Twitchell all the way up. Stopping it was Randazza. Picking it back up and trying to pass it on. Getting the fouls, Elizabeth Zach. Quick restart. And misplayed there. Right at the horn by Swarthmore as Campbell couldn't get a stick on it. Hit her body. And play stopped for that anyway. But the horn goes. Things picking up a little bit here. Swarthmore, Pennsylvania. Clothier Field here on the campus of Swarthmore University. Stroke. It's Campbell who puts it home and has the Garnet on top here in this Centennial Conference matchup by a score of 1-0. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll give you the game by the numbers. Get you caught up on other games going on in other sports in the Centennial Conference. Get you ready for quarter number 3 right here on the Garnet Sports Network. Halftime continues here at Swarthmore University. Darrell Dobis with you, taking a look here at the game by the numbers. 6-1 on penalty corners. That favored Swarthmore. Did not score on any of them, but they definitely put pressure on Grace Laird in the post there. She had 3 saves. The one she couldn't stop, though, was on the penalty stroke. That one coming from Martina Campbell at 17:21 of the first half. That's your game by the numbers right now. Right now, nothing for Cassandra Conklin to worry about between the pipes. She had a couple opportunities that the Mules gave her, but her defense able to steer things away before the ball could get on cage. Chance here to look at the out-of-town scoreboard in the Centennial Conference. Again, we told you it was Johns Hopkins over Dickinson on the road 5-0. Marshall the same at Gettysburg, 3-1 in that one. Bryn Mawr a 1-0 winner at Haverford. Third period now underway. Washington College at home on top of the Green Terror of McDaniel, 2-0. We'll see the Green Terror here of McDaniel later on this season. Second period, Ursinus and Messiah. This is a big game here. Ursinus, a 2-1 lead at home over Messiah. Messiah always very good in both women's field hockey, women's soccer and men's soccer too, but also field hockey. And right now Ursinus with the 2-1 lead in that one. They're done the first half. Of course, here we're 1-0. In soccer, Johns Hopkins a 1-0 win at home over McDaniel. In men's soccer, it was Washington College with the 2-0 road win at Haverford. We mentioned earlier Swarthmore with a 1-0 win here on a first half goal over the Bears of Ursinus. First half coming to a close. Franklin and Marshall with a 1-0 home lead on Muhlenberg. Coming up later, it'll be Gettysburg at Dickinson. In women's soccer, it was DeSales blanking the Mules 3-0 at home. Shenandoah is at Johns Hopkins right now, so is Dickinson at Messiah. That will be a tough one there for Dickinson. First half score, 28 minutes left to go. Kings and Ursinus are scoreless in that one. Lebanon Valley and Gettysburg will be playing shortly. Women's volleyball, a 2-set lead here right now. Haverford has won the first 2 sets by scores of, actually they won the first set 25-15. They're up 21-16 on Bryn Mawr in that one. Moravian with a 1-set lead, won the first 28-26. Caught up on the out-of-town scoreboard. Back to action here. Teams will switch sides. Again, it is the maroon and white, all white, really, for Muhlenberg. And the garnet and white numerals for the hometown Garnet as they defend the goal to our right. This one stolen away here by Muhlenberg. Diglio in the circle. And it went off the foot of a teammate. I believe that was DeSandra who got hit with that one. Break here for the Garnet. The restart here by Fuselier. Swings it all the way to the other side. Rossler. Pass. Picked up by Cho. Cho's all over the field today. Foul called on Muhlenberg. Reminder, our next broadcast of Swarthmore Field Hockey will be next week, Tuesday the 4th, as the Blue Jays of Elizabethtown come a-calling. That's a 4:30 start. And then we mentioned the McDaniel College Green Terror. That'll be a 1 o'clock start next Saturday, the 8th. Those can be heard right here with me, Darrell D, on the Garnet Sports Network. Just a handful of games left. Literally 5. Franklin and Marshall, Bryn Mawr, and Haverford. All league contests coming up here at home for the ladies. Quick hit, miss hit, dangerously near a Swarthmore player. And so the restart coming here on the far side. It'll be Amanda Rossler. And she will push it on, but it's swiped away. Mules playing some pretty good defense here to keep it in their offensive half, but then a misplay. Maybe moving a little too fast. Creates the foul. Up the right side, obstruction call on the Mules. Amelia Landry getting ready to check back in, number 5 for Swarthmore. Meanwhile, her mates pushing it up. Oh, good thought on that far side there by Finley. She was expecting a teammate to head towards goal. She dropped it off. There was no one there. Meanwhile, Quinn Basewitz, the good steal. Getting it away from Diglio. Draws the foul. Pushed up. Ends up still on the stick of Kim in the circle. Trying to get through a double team. Does and draws the foul. Yeah, she'll get the obstruction call on Greta Marchilden. So another corner. This one the 7th. Excuse me, the 6th. Muhlenberg getting their equipment together. Grace Fuselier ready to put it into the top of the circle. Cho passing it across. Winding, firing, took a little too long there, but a foul will be called. A break there. As they got the foul on Randazza. Took a little too long to set that up. So Fuselier will set it up again, this time straight away. Swept along the ground, across the left post. That one knocked away. Another opportunity, shot. Maybe getting a piece of that one. Nope, they're going to say missing it was Laird. And it doesn't matter, it went wide. So 0 for 6 on corners right now. Is the Garnet. Ariel played down well and put over to Hitchingham. Back into the circle it goes. Kim. And they're going to get Kim this time with a stick foul. Much to the chagrin of Hannah Harris. Double team split. Foul called. Got to close that double team up a little bit more. Michaela DiMichelle, the sophomore, is able to get through that. Up the sideline off of a Garnet stick. Good job there by Abba Diglio. Again, 3 game-winning goals for this crew from Muhlenberg. Leads the team with 6 goals. As the turnover hops around right under the stick of DiMichelle. DiMichelle into the circle. Shot lifted. Dangerous play right there. Swarthmore bending but not breaking here as 5 minutes have disappeared in quarter number 3. And that pass goes awry. Swarthmore needs to be a little careful. Last time we saw them against Stevens Tech, they had a little trouble. A lot of passes being given away. Didn't hurt them in that one. They won it 3-0, but it's something you want to be careful of here. This is only a 1-0 game. Cho in trouble, will drop it back. Fuselier looking for help. Turnover right at the 25. Muhlenberg with a chance. Stolen right back though. Advantage was given to Swarthmore. They didn't need it. Hitchingham splits a double team. Has numbers if she can get a lead pass. Does, but they're going to say lifted right into the back of a Mule defender. Tough break there for Hitchingham. Gets that a little bit one way or another, and she's got a 2-on-1 the other way. Foul call on DiMichelle. Quick restart there by Kim. Hitchingham. Her pass. Stolen away on the backside. Led up, trying to keep it as Muhlenberg does. At the back line, a good job to knock it down. It's Fuselier on the back line. And then unable to handle it was Basewitz. Line change coming up here for Swarthmore as number 1, Jackie Crowley, will enter the game. replacing Grace Twitchell. Here comes number 22, Amanda Rossler, and number 8, Emma Duffield. They'll replace Finley, as well as Fiona Heaps. Meanwhile, in the circle, Basewitz fouled just outside of it. Cho with a restart. And I believe they're going to say that Basewitz was not 5 yards away on that pass. Anything under that long gold line you see there, the 25-yard line, all players have to be 5 yards away from the initial start. Did not see a signal from the official, so it's just speculation on my part. But that is one possibility, is the foul there on Swarthmore. Pass, good job knocking that away there by Kim. Good hand-eye coordination there, not allowing DeMichelle to get that pass. High aerial. Misplaying it. Katie Rabb. And they're going to go the other way here and say Rabb was not given a clean opportunity to play it as a drive. This one's going to die before it gets to the end line. Swarthmore has to hustle over to get it, and a good job to do so. Fusilier, though, with an obstruction call. Quick restart here for DeSandro. DeSandro looking to get it back from DeMichelle, and will draw the corner. Great long pass. I believe it was Marchildon that did it. Good hustle initially by Swarthmore. Better job by Muhlenberg to create the turnover. And off to Conklin's left will go the junior Katie Rabb out of Wilmington, Delaware. Concord High product will send it in. Left to the top of the circle, driven. Bounces up, shot knocked down. Cleared out there by the captain, Callie Cho. All the way to midfield. Trying to transition. 2-on-1, hustling though to get back to the loose pass. It's Marchildon, and then she'll get fouled. Boy, Swarthmore had a 2-on-1 there, just couldn't do anything with it. Good job there by the freshman, Greta Marchildon out of Bowdenham, Maine. Obstruction call there against Swarthmore, and then a misplay by Muhlenberg. 6 minutes left to go here. Scoreless third, but not a scoreless game. Penalty stroke, the only goal here. Scored in the second by Martina Campbell. And after all that stick work, foul call against Diglio. Landry up the sideline. Foul called as she was carrying. Quickly in is Aslanian, number 1 for Muhlenberg. Ball loose at the 25, picked up by Basewitz. Basewitz went to make a move. Foul called, however, against Canfield. And then a 5-yard violation. There's that 5-yard. You got to carry it 5, and disagreeing completely is Basewitz. She thought she was 5 out. Deborah Kim says, I got your back. I'm going to steal this. But a good defensive play to steal it right back there. Canfield in a double team. Along with Marchildon able to knock it away. But still it finds Kim Stick. Good look there into the circle to Zach. Zach wanting a shot. Had it turned away. Ball still loose. Zach pushing it towards the circle. Trickles loose. An obstruction call against the Mules. A corner opportunity. With 4:44 to go here. For the Garnet with a 1-0 lead. This is just the third game at home here for Swarthmore. They are 1-1. Insert by Fusilier. To the top of the circle, across. Cho. Left post. And unable to handle that is